Welcome to episode number 2 of the Nomads Chronicle Podcast, joined by me, Sam.
Robbie again.
And Max.
And today we're going to be discussing our all-time Premier League 11. That's right. How exciting.
It's a tough one this week, I think.
Well, for us, football basically started in the year 2000, so anyone before then probably isn't going to get in. So if anyone's watching it, it's going to be disappointed. It's going to be very hard for anyone before 2000 to get in this thing.
Well, yeah, there's going to be a bit biased towards it from our point of view. We grew up and watched, isn't there?
Three night fans again, you know.
We're young lads, aren't we? So.
Right. Should we get going then? Goalkeeper.
First things first, goalkeeper. I don't think there's much debate on this.
Absolutely not. Kasper Schmeichel, isn't
it? Yeah, the younger and better goalkeeper. His dad was quite the player, and I don't think anyone's really got close to it. Petr Cech, I'd say.
Yeah, I was going to say Petr Cech.
Had a fantastic career, but
dropped off a bit at Arsenal though. I think he ruined it at that point.
Yeah, they did him over with that deal, didn't they, Chelsea?
I think we can all agree with Michael.
I think we can move on.
Although he's a bit crap now, and he's not really won anything. We can't. David De Gea's been at the top for 5-6 years.
It looked
but
like
I'm not saying he deserves to be in there, but I think he's on form. He's some of the best keeping we've seen in the Premier League. But
if he really kept up his form, I think he would be in the conversation. But also, if United would have continued to win more.
Yeah.
But we'll move on from goalkeeper because this might take a while, especially with midfield and forwards. This is hard work. So Petr Schmeichel's going in.
So your left back next.
Left back.
Cole.
Ashley
Cole.
As easy as that.
Yeah.
No debate there.
No. So let's have
right back. I mean, there's also no debate there, I don't think.
In terms of footballing ability, Gary Neville is not the best, but I do think there's no other choice.
He's won a lot.
Yeah, the things he's won at United. I mean,
I don't know. I think we can get a better option than Gary Neville.
I don't think so.
I like Zabaleta.
Yeah, I was just about to say Zabaleta.
But I don't think I could put him in over Neville.
Bakary San, yeah?
Bakary San. You okay?
Oh.
Tony Hibbert.
Tony Hibbert's a good one. El Mohammadi.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, she just got.
Are we really putting Gary Neville in? Or...
You want to be Gary Neville? There's no one else.
Maybe Trent in 6 years.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker as well, maybe as a shout.
He's put a shift in over the years. I think 300 games now he's played in the Prem.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be more than that.
We got Gary Neville then?
I am more than happy to stick with Gary Neville.
It looks a bit biased from 3 United fans, doesn't it?
No, because Gary Neville's in a lot of people's Premier League all-time 11 team now, so.
There hasn't been a right back since it's really stamped with authority instead.
If Trent keeps it up, I think eventually, like Sam said, I think he'll be in there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Centre-backs.
2 centre-backs.
Ferdinand and
Terry. John Terry and Ferdinand.
Yeah, Ferdinand and Terry.
Yeah. It was either Ferdinand or Vidic for me.
Yeah.
Ferdinand over Vidic.
I think Vincent Kompany deserves a shout.
Yeah, he does deserve a shout.
Vidic deserves a shout. I'd be more inclined to go Vidic and Kompany over Terry and Ferdinand.
2 completely different players.
Yeah.
I just know.
John Terry was really good, but I hate the man. So
that was because he was really good.
Yeah, we can't go on who we like, Sam, and who we hate.
Well, I think it has to be thought about.
If we're going Vidic or Ferdinand, I think Ferdinand.
Yeah, I agree.
And if we're going Company or Terry, I think it's got to be Terry.
Yeah, I also agree.
I'll have to concede then. I disagree with both of them, but Ferdinand.
What makes you think Vidic ahead of Ferdinand then?
I just think Vidic was an absolute beast.
Oh yeah, he was.
Well, of course he was. Yeah.
I,
If you were put in, say, a partnership, you'd put in Ferdinand and Vidic.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But if you're going off performances, individual performances alone, then you'd put in Ferdinand.
I think Ferdinand did it for longer, and he came with such a massive price tag at the time, and there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and he just completely walked it.
Yeah.
I mean, what we do for a centre back like that now?
Yeah, exactly.
Even like Vidic.
Vidic is just. I think Vidic and Company, they'd be impenetrable. Those two.
We had good centre backs for years, and now we're stuck with Maguire and Lindelof. Fantastic.
Well,
I'm happy to go Terry and Ferdinand.
Yeah.
What formation you playing? 4-3-3.
Yeah.
4-3-3. That's the usual one.
Let's go 4-3-3. Yeah.
I mean, the midfield three. Everyone's gonna say Lampard. Scholes.
Lampard has to be in there. Lampard is a definite.
I think it might be a bit before our time. Like, we're a bit young, but Patrick Vieira, he's got to be in there for me. If we're going on Premier League legends,
It's a shout.
Lampard has got. I think Vieira over Gerrard. I'm not saying that just because I'm a United fan.
I mean, if we're considering, because we were talking about Neville and how he won things, Gerrard didn't win. He didn't win a Prem, did he? So I'd go on the basis of that. I would go Vieira over Gerrard, but I wouldn't go Vieira. I don't think.
I can't see how Vieira doesn't get in there.
Where are we putting Bruno Fernandes?
I would take.
He was the core.
I think I'd go for Giggs and put him in a midfielder spot.
No.
Giggs, Lampard, and Scholes.
Absolutely not. As much as I'm a United fan, I don't think Ryan Giggs.
Giggs has the most assists in the Premier League history. He's overlooked.
Patrick Vieira is the core of an invincible winning team.
Yeah.
Or
Vieira is
we're not throwing Roy Keane in there either.
Yeah, but we'll have an invincible in there. We'll have Thierry Henry.
Roy Keane's got to be in there as well.
Roy Keane deserves a shout. So does Yaya Toure, David Silva.
Yaya Toure is overlooked.
The boys for the Chester Nomads, their midfield three was Lampard, Gerrard, and Claude Makelele.
Oh.
Yeah, I understand. It depends. If you're actually building a squad, you don't want three centre midfielders, do you?
Yeah, Joe and Ed wanted to make a midfield three that works. Which I don't know if we want to do that.
That makes sense.
I don't know why they went Makelele over Kante, who was the same player.
I mean, I'd concede Vieira because we didn't really watch him much. And if we said at the beginning we're going on players that we've grown up watching, I'd be happy to go Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes. Because
I'm not happy to go with Gerrard. I'd rather Vieira.
We didn't really grow up. If we said at the beginning we're going to pick players based on who we've watched, do you remember watching Vieira, Max? Much?
No, but I don't want to put Gerrard in there.
I don't know.
I can't bring myself to put Gerrard in there. As good as he was, because a lot of good options.
Yeah.
A lot. Lampard has to go in there. Lampard is a definite.
If we're going on who we've grown up watching as well, I think David Silva has to be a massive shout because for 10 years? For 10 years.
Silva has been good. Consistently good each season. He's doing it for Sociedad now, isn't he?
I can't believe they put Makelele in there. That's a weird one for me.
That is it.
I'm happy to put David Silva in, Lampard, and then someone else. Scholes.
The Liverpool fans are going to hate us.
Listen, I I'd have Lampard and Gerrard in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why Gerrard?
I just think he was that entire team for the rest of that Liverpool team, apart from him, was mid-table at best. And they normally had Gerrard and one striker who was decent. And they won a Champions League, got to another final, and somehow didn't win the league in that time. When you had especially Xabi Alonso and Mascherano as well. But I just think he was such an enigma for their side. And he did everything that you'd want a midfielder to do.
I'm happy to go, and then it's a case of David Silva or Scholes, and I'm saying Scholes.
If we go in Gerrard, I want Scholes in there.
Are we going Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes?
Yeah, are we going the classic Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes?
I feel like it's the easy way out. But
why didn't England win the World Cup?
Because they all hated each other, didn't they, in the dressing room? Stories that they used to stick with their teams, and that's why the team didn't do anything. But are we moving on then?
Right. Front three.
Oh, I thought midfielders was hard.
We don't have to have wingers. We can have like two strikers, one winger, maybe. It doesn't matter, as long as they're forwards.
This is so hard for me.
No.
It is hard. There's a lot of options.
Cristiano Ronaldo, it has to be in there for me. Because growing up watching him as a United fan, it was unbelievable. He was every United fan's hero. Obviously, we can't go from a biased point of view, but other teams watching him in the league, like you couldn't.
I bought my United shirt with long sleeves so I could roll them up like Ronaldo did. that's the impact he had on me watching him. Just so good.
Any other Liverpool fan, they can't deny watching him play was enjoyable. Do you know what I mean?
But was he as good in those last two seasons as other players have been? I think the best individual season I've seen in the Prem is Luis Suarez before he went to Barca.
Yeah, I was going to say Luis Suarez. As much as I hate to say it, as a former Liverpool player,
He was
good.
But are we going over one season they've had, or are we going over how long they've been in the Premier League?
I don't know.
Because if you go,
Ronaldo did have a big impact at United.
Sergio Aguero has to be in there if we're going.
Aguero's another shout.
Rooney.
Then
Aguero.
Ronaldo.
No.
I hate the forwards. I hate it.
Shearer 260 goals.
Shearer, Rooney, Henry.
We stated at the beginning we're going to be picking players based on who we've watched. I don't think any of us really watched Shearer that much.
No. Shearer's always overlooked.
He was still about until like 2011.
We're doing all-time greats from 1992, and then Shearer gets in there, obviously. But if we're going from players that we've grown up watching, I don't think Shearer gets in there.
All right, so I want Rooney in there.
Yeah.
I think Aguero should be in there.
I think the most successful team over that period has been United, and to not have their club top scorer in there is...
I mean, Rooney's both at Everton for a short while and United.
The players that
I just think Rooney has to go in there.
The players that aren't going to get in this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I even talked about Drogba.
Yeah, exactly. Henry.
I think Henry has to go in.
Yeah. But then again, he's another one that we would have been very, very young watching.
Yeah, it's true, but it's about what players had that fear factor when you come up against them.
Oh, yeah.
And
that 2009-10 season where Chelsea won the league, Drogba was insane.
Yeah.
He was terrifying.
So have we got Rooney and Aguero in there? Or are we debating the third man? Or
how about Aguero?
Debating these?
I don't know about Aguero.
I know.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you, Marco and Charlie came up with Henry, Rooney, and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's a front three. So Rooney in the middle, Ronaldo on the right, Henry on the left. And when I talked to it now, I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I do, because I think as much as Suarez was, he was great, but he didn't spend that long at Liverpool.
Yeah.
No.
And if we're going off that, then I guess other people better shouts than him.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with Aguero missing though, because if you look at from the beginning of City's transformation, he was there at the beginning.
Yeah.
And from what they've won since then and how they've changed, he's been there through it.
I think it's just those 3 City players that I think of Kompany, Silva, and Aguero that on year in, year out, the team around them changed. Those 3 stayed the same, and that's why they were
That's
so
true.
funny.
Yeah. I think if we were 6 or 7 years younger, I think we'd be choosing players like that. We'd then be growing up with the Agueros and David Silva. But I'd be happy, to be fair, to go Henry, Ronaldo, Rooney.
I'd be happy to put Aguero in over Henry.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I think Henry's, if we're going all-time greats, Henry trumps it. But if we're going with who we've watched, I think we've not really seen much of Henry, have we?
You only go off what we know.
Yeah.
What about Mo Salah? Close?
Not yet.
In a few years, maybe, yeah. Well, in a few years, definitely, probably.
He has been good. I hate to say he has been good because people don't really rate him sometimes, and it's a bit weird.
That first season when he came from Roma and he scored, 40-odd goals?
32 in the league, which is joint highest.
Anyone saw that coming?
No.
Unless...
I remember at the time thinking it's a good signing, but
yeah,
record goal scorer in the league.
That's down to Klopp and the coach and stuff. They've done that so many times with players they've signed. Like, just good players who they've signed. They've turned into world-class
I think there's so many of this Liverpool team that if they can get over this wobble that they're having at the moment and get that squad back to the level that it was competing at, I mean, you'd be putting Van Dijk's the best centre-back I've seen as a player.
Ever.
The best centre-back I've ever seen. Just so good. But you can't put him in this 11.
No.
Is that just in the Premier League, best centre-back? Or
ever?
I
think it's the best centre-back I've ever seen.
It's ridiculous what he was doing. Considering he had an average partner with him, with like Joel Matip or Lovren.
Not even Ramos.
He's a piece of work, Ramos.
Yeah,
exactly.
You've got to take the league into account as well.
He's been booked 120 times, Ramos.
Ramos has done it in the Champions League over and over again.
How many times? Hasn't he scored over 100 goals for Madrid?
Yeah. He takes penalties, doesn't he?
I don't know why we're going on to Ramos. We're talking about
It's good. If he comes to the Prem, then he's in. Remember when he was linked with United?
Yeah, he just used a new contract, didn't he?
Embarrassing. That'll happen again this summer with whoever.
Yeah, definitely. It always happens. It's all right.
So, in goal, Peter Schmeichel, no debate. Right back, Gary Neville. Terry and Ferdinand. And Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
And the Holy Trilogy, Scholes, Lampard and Gerrard in midfield. And then
Cop out.
Ronaldo, Rooney, Aguero.
We're going Aguero. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should go Aguero.
So much as I hate to hear his name after what he did to us, but yeah.
We've almost seen the end of him now, Aguero, though. I think they're very close to the end.
So we should reiterate again, these are players that we've seen play football, not all-time greats.
You didn't even mention Cantona's name.
Yeah, exactly. But we didn't grow up watching him, did we?
Well, Cantona has less goals than Benteke in the Premier League. There's no way he was going to get anywhere near that.
Benteke could have been in this team if he stayed at Villa.
Could have been.
I think that team would win some games.
Maybe a few.
Yeah, maybe do all right.
That midfield's free, can't win anything, could they? So you never know. I can't believe that England side didn't win anything.
That midfield three with Beckham as well, and Owen and Rooney.
Terry Ferdinand, Ashley Cole.
David James in that.
I mean, I'm not arsed, but I can't believe that England team didn't win anything.
We were too young at the time to realise what we missed out on. And it's only looking back and we're talking about the most competitive league in the world.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the best players in that league and how many of them are English and how little of England. 2008 Euros, England didn't even go.
Yeah, it's amazing, really, isn't it?
But that,
you've got to consider the opposition as well, though.
Yeah.
And I know they didn't win anything, but
yeah.
They were still playing in the same time as
people
we've spoken about.
One of the best teams that football's ever seen, that Spanish team. Ridiculous. Yeah.
So, pretty good team. I think we'll leave it there, boys.
Yeah. Not bad.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, in the next episode, we should be talking about the Champions League games and the Europa League games.
Don't forget the Europa League.
Can't forget that. Classic Thursday night.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers. Thank you.
See you later.